Since Mikael added two rather significant last minute changes in the latest video, how definite are the maps recipes you showed? Fairly. That's what I mean. Like,
Fairly.
if we need to update them, we will let you guys know and update the maps on the site. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think we will need to.
No.
Because
I can maybe... I'm gonna go and thread a very slightly thin ice here and forward something Ross told me, which is that if anything else happens to nodes that are currently used in the game, it will most likely, if not definitely, only be additions, not removal.
Yeah. And I guess like also the topic of the video, by the way, was the whole thing where like whether people should wait or not. The last thing I want to mention also is that like when it comes to unlocking stuff, that will be a bit broken if you play on an old save file. And I'm not broken in the sense that like you will need to unlock stuff again because we changed like where you unlock trains in the recipes. I believe that like you also unlock signaling separately, or maybe you did that in the original game as well. I think I'm just basing the top of my head. I should probably read from the script. But yeah, like some unlocks in the game will be like reset because they're new and like even though you've unlocked them already. So you might get like in a weird state sometimes where like, but I can build trains, but I need to unlock them. That might happen, and like it should for the most part not be any issues. Like you should still be able to play the game and everything, but there might be cases where like you think you have something unlocked but you don't, so you need to like verify that and whatnot, both in the general progression and in the MAM. And one thing as well to mention is that like the story beats, like the triggers for the story, they will be broken for sure. So like if you care about like the story triggers and like that stuff, then you should probably wait until 1.0 and restart and create a new save file, because otherwise you'll miss out on that. But there are a lot of people that don't really care about the story, and the story isn't even like, you know, mandatory to be able to complete the game. Like you can totally ignore all the story, like the narrative beats that we have, and just keep playing. Like for the most part, Satisfactory is the same game, and you should still be able to complete the game, even if the story beats are broken, like the story triggers are broken. Like the last final like push in the game, you know, the last thing you do in the game, that will be there for everyone. So don't worry about that. But if you care, so if you want to keep playing on your save file and you don't care about the story, then you can totally keep going. And I believe community are like pretty good at like making what information we put out there to be more available. For instance, there's a mod where you can already use the new recipes, or at least like you can set up the factories for them. So like if you want to verify that like, oh, if you've set up this new computer line, like that mod has that, for instance. And there's also like a few graphs I've seen where they, you know, explain like how you'll be affected by your save file and whatnot.
Shout out, by the way, to modders.
Yeah, crazy people. Actually, a really good point here as well in chat that I also want to mention is that some people have asked us like about the whole world grid thing. Like, okay, so you made a lot of changes to nodes, but did you move them to the world grid, or what's up with that? So we did not do that because it was too much work. Even I don't even know if the new nodes are aligned with the world grid. I don't think they are actually, because it's annoying as hell to design with the world grid when you're building stuff, because you need to like, in some cases I guess, adapt the environment to the world grid as well, and then it becomes very like stale. So we've just decided to not do it because it's too much work, and I don't think we ever will, sadly. I wonder if in the future maybe we could do some way so that like the miners are more adjusted to the world grid, so you don't, so that like when you place them on foundations, they would still align properly, so we don't have to actually move the nodes.
2.0 content.
Yeah, but we'll see. But we probably won't move the nodes. Like they are probably going to be where they are. And it's, you know, it's nature. Nature isn't uniformly scaled.
But it is beautiful.
It is beautiful.